Hello and welcome to my first episode of this coding series. I'm going to show you how to script in Roblox Luo, and that's about it. I'll go through concepts and other things later on, but first I'll teach the basics. So, let's spawn in a part. So this part right here has a thing called properties. What are properties? They're attributes that can be modified by either you going into this menu called properties, which can be opened right here, view properties, or you can use a script to modify these properties. So let's show some properties that you can modify. So for instance, we have color. We can change the color of our parts to red. We can set the transparency to like semi-translucent, or we can make it so that it stays in the air. Would you look at that? Now let's see what would happen if I return this property off. It goes right down. There's also the can collide property, which it means that collisions are either on or off. So if I were to turn this property off, it would just go through the ground. Now let's get into some scripting. So this is a script. Let's get into the basics of it. So the first thing you'd learn in any programming language, I guess, would be variables. So let's start off with, you can title variables whatever you want, so long as it doesn't have a space. So we can make this equal to 10. Now, variables have something called a return type. So return types can range from an integer, a boolean, a string, a float, and since we're working in the Roblox engine, we have instances. So this variable right here would equal to an integer because it is just a normal number. A boolean would be something like true or false. A string is just a piece of text, and an instance would be the part itself. So this right here, this part is an instance. To access this instance, we just do script.parent. So what this does is it literally gets the script, and .parent gets the parent of that script. So the child of this parent is the script. So what we can do now, we can make it print. Let's make this more clear. So let's make it print the part's name. Let's make it print if can collide is equal to true or false. Let's make it also print if it can stay in the air or not. So that would be called anchored. To open the output, press view, then output, and right here. So we printed the part's name. Actually, let me make it better so that, yeah. So we printed the part's name, whether can collide was on, and whether anchored was on as well. So true, true, and then we have the part's name. Now, how would you go about modifying these properties? It's as simple as doing this. So part.canCollide equals false. as you can see here, can collide is equal to true. So if we were to run this, we can see that can collide is equal to false, meaning that anything can pass through this. Or we can make it so that it doesn't float in the air, so part.anchored equals false. As you can see, it just went through the ground completely. We can also modify the part's name. So part.name would return something, it would return a string. So let's just call it, yes, this is a part. And there it is. Oh, okay, it disappeared. Right there. Yes, this is a part. We can, let's try modifying the part's transparency. So let's make it 0.3. Just saying transparency goes from either 1 to 0.3. 0 being completely solid, you cannot see through it, and 1 being completely invisible. So let's move the slider, and there you go, you can't see the part at all. Very cool. So let's just put it at 0.3. See, it's very translucent. Just put it at 0 because I made the part translucent. There it is. We can also modify the color, so we can do part.brickColor equals brickColor.new. And we can pick a color, so like let's choose gold. And see, it's a gold color. And that's about it for the first episode. Yeah, that's it. See you.